World's lowest birth rate. There is a gender war brewing.
Thousands are here today in Seoul.
Feminism has not only become a dirty word, but a dangerous one too.
Mera, have you heard of the 4B movement?
No, I haven't. What is it?
Well, 4B is shorthand for Bihon. It is the refusal of heterosexual marriage. Bichulsan is the refusal of childbirth. Byone is saying no to dating. And bisexu is the rejection of heterosexual sexual relationships.
So basically, it's a movement where women are leaving men behind?
Close. It is a community where women engage in open discussions about navigating and envisioning a future without men. It serves as a platform for women to vent their frustrations and concerns about living in a conservative society while fostering a sense of solidarity.
Oh, I have heard of Korean women shaving their head on camera in protest to the beauty standards in Korea. The movement, which first gained popularity in 2018, saw Korean women publicly turn away from societal-imposed beauty standards by cutting their hair short and going barefaced. I had no idea it was related to the 4B movement.
In South Korea, where cases of femicide, revenge porn, and dating violence are widespread, a surge in spy-cam sex crimes overwhelmingly committed by men had mostly resulted in fines and suspended jail sentences if they were prosecuted at all.
How are they getting away with such serious crimes?
The short answer is a flawed justice system. However, for one 25-year-old woman who had taken a non-consensual photo of a nude male model at art school and posted it online, she was sentenced to 10 months in prison and court-ordered sexual violence counseling. The demonstrations were a reaction to the blatant hypocrisy. Additionally, in 2016, a young man murdered a young woman in Seoul public bathroom, telling police after that he killed her because women had always ignored him. Despite the perpetrator's own statement, police refused to label the murder a hate crime.
So 4B, or practicing Bihon, is the only path by which Korean women today can live autonomously. In their view, Korean men are essentially beyond redemption, and Korean culture on the whole is hopelessly patriarchal, often downright misogynistic.
Have you heard of the novel Kim Ji-young, born 1982?
No, how does that have any relation to the 4B movement?
Well, the movement draws some amount of inspiration from the novel. Let's have a look at it.
In a small, tidy apartment lives Kim Ji-young, a 30-something-year-old millennial woman. She has recently left her white-collar desk job in order to take care of her newborn daughter full-time, as so many Korean women are expected to do. But she quickly begins to exhibit strange symptoms that alarm her husband, parents, and in-laws. Ji-young impersonates the voices of other women, alive and even dead, both known and unknown to her. As she plunges deeper into this psychosis, her discomfited husband sends her to a male psychiatrist. As you learn about her life, you see how the gender roles associated with being a woman have profoundly affected her and the women around her. Kim grew up with two siblings, a brother and a sister. It was instilled in her that her brother was the priority, even though he was the youngest and would be the one who got the best of everything. Insignificant incidents in Ji-young's life that build up and around her to shape her thoughts and actions. It starts right from childhood when Ji-young and her sister are expected to eat tofu and dumplings that are falling apart so that the best pieces can be served to their father and brother. Not only in her family did she face this treatment, but also at school. In school, the girls' roll call begins only after the boys' end. The boys' dress code is relaxed, while the girls must wear only dress shoes in the coldest of days. When a flasher streaks before their window, it is the girls who are called shameless and punished.
How shameless can you be? This is disgusting.
Male teachers harass the girls, who are the ones left feeling guilty and unclean. The girls were more likely to get into trouble and be harassed by boys, only to be told that the boys were mean to them because they had a crush on them.
Gio, they are just being hard on you because they like you. You know how boys are.
Always, her behavior is policed by the male figures around her. The co-workers who install a hidden camera in the women's restroom and post their photos online. In her father's eyes, it is Ji-young's fault that men harass her late at night.
Why is your skirt so short? Why do you talk to strangers?
In her husband's eyes, it is Ji-young's duty to forsake her career to take care of him and their child, to put them first. When Kim went off to university, she worked hard at school, and after she graduated, she had a terrible time finding a job. Once she got a job, the sexism in the workplace continued. At work, Ji-young battles another set of challenges, being expected to set tables and fetch coffees.
Here is a cup of coffee, extra cream. You should know how I take my coffee by now.
Even though it isn't part of job, having to bear the lewd attention of clients, earning less than male peers, not being selected for projects because women are seen as unreliable due to their childbearing capabilities. Only one woman had a senior role in the company, but to have that, she had to endure a vast amount of harassment from being a working mother from both men and women. When lunching with colleagues, she orders an inexpensive dish, soybean paste with rice, prompting a male client to call her literally a bean paste woman. This snide comment refers to an uppity young woman who eats the cheapest possible meals in order to save up for Prada handbags and the like. Kim herself faced hardships when she wanted to move up in her career. She was turned down and a man was put in the spot, even though she worked at the company longer and had a better track record.
Unfortunately, we're regretful to inform you that we have found a better candidate for the position.
The tipping point comes up when Kim and her husband decide to have a baby. The conversation of career and childcare ended up with Kim leaving her job to become a stay-at-home mom. She endures a ridicule for being a roach, which is mom chung in the direct novel translation. In the original Korean, the term mom chung, which isn't quite mom roach, the suffix chung is more generic, something like creepy crawly. The word choice roach is redolent of Kafka's The Metamorphosis. Ji-young, like Gregor Samsa, who is the protagonist of Kafka's Metamorphosis, feels so overwhelmed by social expectations that there is no room for her in her own body. Her only option is to become something or someone else. And, seen as a freeloader as a stay-at-home mom from young Korean men who witness her daring to enjoy a small break with her baby in the park and is told off by her doctor.
You have it much easier than women in my day, yet I cannot seem to comprehend why you still complain. You should be more grateful.
Oh, shut up.
The lack of support from her husband and their relatives only adds to her stress of not doing what she wants with her life, because that is not how Korean society works. She processes the pressure by taking on the identity of the other woman she knows to talk about how Kim, herself, is feeling and would like to be treated.
I relate to Ji-young's reflection and that of her husband's worries of the proceeding narrative of her life.
So he describes his views on her case, sounding very sympathetic and aware of her situation.
Abused for being a woman and the toll it has taken on her combined with potential postpartum depression would be too hard for anyone to handle. I have first-hand experience of this as my wife has made me aware of these types of situations. Abused for being a woman and the toll it has taken on her combined with potential postpartum depression would be too hard for anyone to handle. I have first-hand experience of this as my wife has made me aware of these types of situations. My wife resented me for the fact I was not an engaging parent as she was. My wife is a math prodigy who is now a stay-at-home mom doing elementary math workbooks for fun. She says to me that is all she can console anymore. I cannot help but be confused and repulsed by this and insisted that it cannot be fun and that she should not settle in life.
The doctor ends with his attempted feminist reflections turning back to his own office, where a female employer is resigning because she is pregnant. Ironically, for a man who claims to understand Kim Ji-young and care for her plight, he knows that he will have to be sure to hire an unmarried woman so he doesn't face the same inconvenience again. The story ends in a full circle, presenting an end with the implication that Ji-young's life will not get better, and which is true to many women around the world.
This is ultimately the sad truth, and looking at South Korea's current society, it seems that nothing has changed in the favor of women. The youth has no intention of bearing children, getting married, or having a heterosexual relationship, owing to the fact that there are horrible working hours, exploding house prices, and a rise in inflation, which results in low birth rates. South Korea's fertility rate, already the world's lowest, continued its dramatic decline in 2023, as women concerned about their career advancement and the financial cost of raising children decided to delay childbirth or to not have babies at all. Here's a comment made by a real-life woman regarding the situation.
Having a baby is on my list, but there's windows for promotions and I don't want to be passed over,
said Gwak Tae-hee, a 34-year-old junior manager at a Korea dairy product maker who has been married for 3 years.
The South Korean government has adopted pro-natalist policies aimed at incentivizing an increase in childbirth, such as stipends for new parents, increased maternal and paternal leave, and childcare subsidies. A 2022 survey reveals 65% of women compared to 48% of men do not want children. Women of the 4B movement additionally refuse romance and sexual relationships because they see it as an extension of patriarchal family structure. By embracing singlehood, they reorient themselves towards imagining futures for themselves outside of marriage and deny their bodies as reproductive centers for the pronatalist state.